you can bowl for free and how to become a pro. Take a look at awkward Olympic photos, how you can get ahead at work with a wink of an eye. Just a wink of an eye. Good morning and welcome to Life Love Shopping. I'm Andrea Jackson.
And I'm Michelle Phillips. Happy Friday.
Yay. Criticism of Barbie's unrealistic body is not anything new, but seeing it drawn on a real woman is pretty insane.
So true. The folks behind the Twitter feed So Bad So Good found a picture that shows her figure drawn on a model's body, and the results are, as you might expect, a little bit scary.
Okay, now we all know her waist measurement is ridiculous, but why the tiny chin? Her eyes are enormous. Her neck is basically a toothpick, and her chest would be so high she could probably use it as a storage shelf. And her body wouldn't even hold a full set of ribs. I'm just saying.
We need a more realistic Barbie for our girls to,
I suppose so.
You know, compare themselves to. It's sad.
I guess they've tried that over the years, but you know, Barbie's one of those staples. It's like a toy every girl grows up with.
Exactly. Maybe they could just subtly, you know, change the body to be a little bit more full-figured.
I suppose so.
I don't know. Anyway, in business, it's not what you're worth, it's what you negotiate. And ladies, you have some serious leverage you're probably not using. A new study reveals our secret weapon to climbing the corporate ladder is flirting, and the effect works across the board.
I want to stand and salute that.
I tell you, researchers found women who used feminine charm on men or women boosted their chances of success in a negotiation by as much as 30%.
Wow.
Most effective is balancing warmth and friendliness with flattery and sexiness. Balance, because women who overdo it are deemed less trustworthy and less authentic by coworkers. Essentially, flirting helps you act like a man without appearing to do so.
And try not to look like a hussy doing it.
Exactly.
That's where the subtlety comes in. Amazon will start collecting sales tax in another 8 states. It's a new strategy that will allow them to offer same-day delivery service. But this new e-tailer benefit could signal the end to your favorite brick-and-mortar shops. Here's a list of the 5 product categories most at risk. Home improvement needs. Boy, forget having to brave the weekend crowds. Auto parts, one-stop shop, and delivery to your doorstep. Appliances, when your washer breaks down, a replacement is delivered ASAP. And household supplies, hate buying toilet paper, Amazon has you covered, believe it or not, with delivery. And video games, the gotta have it now gamers could make video game stores obsolete with same release date delivery. And this need it now factor is changing the way eBay operates too. The online auction site just introduced a new mobile app called eBay Now, offering same day delivery with big retailers like Target, Best Buy, and Toys R Us to compete with Amazon.
Instant shopping, I love it. The NFL is making history. The first lady referee is making the calls on the field. Meet Shannon Easton. She reffed the Green Bay Packers versus the San Diego Chargers game in San Diego yesterday. She's refereed small college and high school games. Easton is she's basically coming in with a new batch of NFL refs because the old ones have yet to agree on a new collective bargaining agreement.
Opening the door for some new talent.
Love it.
Yes.
And also time to dig out your bowling ball bag out of the garage. Saturday is National Bowling Day.
That means you and your family can bowl for free at thousands of bowling alleys across the nation. It's the first ever day of its kind. Anyone and everyone can bowl for free. Just print out the coupon at gobowling.com. You can also look up participating locations. Clueless when it comes to bowling, Rachel Kay went to the bowling alley to help us all learn the basics.
Whether you're a scratch bowler or a Joe average bowler, I'm here at Brunswick Wekiva Lanes with Buddy Hansborough for some tips on how to strike out, which is a good thing, right?
Unless you're on a date, you want to strike out.
I do have my shoes, which is the first step, right?
First step, then we need to pick a bowling ball.
Pick a bowling ball. Now, how do you know what size ball?
Well, the rule of thumb would be 10% of your body weight, something that fits your fingers, and then go from there, whatever's comfortable.
Right, so I'd be like a 6-pound bowling ball, right?
I would agree with that.
Okay. So now that we have the name and the shoes and the ball. What do we do when we approach?
Find out where you want to stand and line yourself up towards the 1-3 pocket.
All right, and how do we do that? Let's explain the dots and the arrows on the floor.
So these dots line up with the pins you see down the lane.
Okay.
They also line up with the arrows. It helps keep you straight and gives you a target to aim at.
When you approach, do you want to look at the arrows on the floor? Do you want to look at the pins all the way at the end?
I look at the arrows because it's closer and gives you a little bit easier target to hit.
Now, which arrow do you want to aim for? Everyone thinks, oh, I just want to aim for the one in the middle, but that's not the case, right?
If you aim for the one to the right, I'm being a right-hander, and that'll give you the best opportunity for a strike. When I start new bowlers, it's 4-step approach, as simple as possible. Keep your thumb angled at your target, and let the ball do the work.
Because when I go up there, I do the setter step, but it's 4 steps from the dots in the back.
That's a good place to start.
And you say just keep it simple, because you see a lot of those bowlers, they try to put that fancy spin on the ball. What's all that about?
Well, the perfect angle into the pocket, that's how you get the perfect angle in the pocket, is put a hook on the ball. But that takes a lot of practice, a lot of time. So we want to keep everything as simple as possible when you first learn to bowl.
And I might just bowl a 300.
You might just do that.
All right, thanks so much, buddy. For more on National Bowling Day, just head to our website, lifeloveshopping.com.
Bowling and miniature golf, sign me up for that one. Rachel will also demonstrate more bowling tips to you throughout our show today.
And some people actually have bowling alleys in their house. We found some of the strangest houses around the world. The Everingham rotating house in Tiree, Australia. This octagonal house basically can rotate a full 360 degrees with a touch of a few buttons. The electrical wiring and plumbing are centralized so that they don't interfere with the house's ability to move. So cool. And the Nautilus, Mexico City, Mexico. This seashell-shaped home was completed in 2006. The stone steps running along the shrubs lead to the front door, which blends into the mosaic facade. And the Bubble Castle, love this, Thioli, France. There are no sharp angles or straight lines in this unusual design. The house has already been deemed a historic monument by France's Ministry of Culture, despite the fact that it's not even 50 years old.
You've seen our next guest make over plenty of homes on his hit television show, but today he is lending his services to those who serve us all on a daily basis. Joining us this morning is author and TV personality Ty Pennington. Good morning, Ty.
Good morning, Andrea. What's happening?
Hey, you are right now. What is the Craftsman House United program, and why did you decide to get involved with it?
All right, well, this is a really cool thing. Well, over the last 10 years, I've traveled across the country, remodeling homes, moving that bus. But one thing we have never done is build 2 parts of a house in 2 separate cities and then bring them together to give one military family a deserving home. And that's exactly what the Craftsman House United project is all about. So Craftsman came up with a great idea. They work with incredible programs all the time, like Sears Heroes at Home and Rebuilding Together. And now we've got a builder in Next Gen, Built by Champion, as well as Bank of America. They've all come on board. And so we're building one half of a house down in Tampa at the Republican National Convention, and then we're building another part of half of the home in Charlotte at the Democratic National Convention, and then we're bringing that together to give one military veteran a new home. And it's a really cool thing because we've already got 100 delegates signed on, but if you'd still like to register your delegate, you can go to facebook.com/Craftsman, click on the Craftsman House United tab, and you can actually register your delegate to come out, swing a hammer, be part of the project. And if you're going to be anywhere near the conventions, you can come out, be part of it as well, and just sweat some bullets with me. But I think it's really neat because one thing I've learned over the years is that when people come together, positive things can happen, and I think this is definitely one of those cases.
That's so true. I've done Habitat for Humanity, and it's an amazing experience. Ty, tell us more about Heroes at Home and the military family who will receive the home.
Well, one thing, we've worked with a lot in the past, and that's one thing Sears Heroes at Home really wants to do is try and give back to our military families. And even with Extreme, we've done the best we can to let people know about that. I mean, a lot of come back without jobs, without homes and situations, and I think it's so cool that we can really do, both sides of the fences can come together and give back to people who've given so much to this country. So there's definitely there's not a shortage of military veterans who could really use a home out there, and I think this is a great way to give back. So all I can tell you is we want to keep that surprise, just like on Extreme, but it should be somewhere around the Charlotte area. So
Okay.
we're really excited about it. Can't wait. And now between Labor Day, you guys can go on and be a part of it if you want. And then I think it's going to be such a great thing to see. And I think everybody wins.
Ty, we just have a few seconds left. You're such a busy
Sure.
guy. What do you do for fun?
What can I tell you? Everything as much as I can.
All right, Ty, thank you. For more information on Ty's new project, just head to our website.
Love Ty Pennington. Who doesn't love free stuff too? We're showing you some great free trial offers next. And also, are you raising your children to be broke? Find out how to avoid doing so after the break.
I'm not at a fashion shoot, I'm at a bowling alley. And this dryer is actually for your hands so they stay dry so you don't drop the ball. A lot of people try to choose their ball by the color, but what you really need to do is choose it by the weights.
We all want the best for our kids, but are we actually raising kids to be broke? Randy Gage is here to help. Good morning, Randy.
Hey, great to be here.
Great to have you here. So first of all, are you a parent yourself, and what qualifies you to speak about this topic?
Great question. No, I'm one of those single guys with no kids who always tell you how to raise your children. But seriously, I'm one of those kids who was raised to be broke.
Right.
By a mother who was broke, who was raised by her parents to be broke, who were raised by her parents and her parents for generations.
Yeah, and that's really interesting that you talk about this, because we say raise our kids to be broke. We wanted to instill to our kids to be, conscious of spending money wisely. However, what we do is we share things to unintentionally instill in them like a poverty consciousness, like a lack of.
Yeah, and I think that consciousness is created before you're 10 years old. And most people carry it their whole life.
Right, okay, and so how do we unintentionally instill this mindset?
You say, we can't afford that.
Right.
Well, that's not really a positive affirmation, is it? It's a limiting belief. Because
Right.
Could we afford it? Maybe we couldn't. Maybe we choose not to buy it. So we might say, it's not prudent to buy that at this time, or that's not our priority in spending right now. But saying, we can't afford that, or no, you're not going to get that, or we don't have money for that, that just builds those negative beliefs about money that kids take most people keep them their whole lives.
Exactly, because in our minds, with this economy, we think we can't afford that, and we're trying to teach our kids that we can't just spend money like crazy. So what are some of the things that we can do to program positive beliefs when it comes to money?
Well, first I say start your kids budgeting early. It's not too early for an 8-year-old to have a budget.
Right.
They got an allowance, or they do babysitting when they're 12 or 13. Budget that, so start that so they plan ahead.
Okay.
There's a social site called EmpireAvenue.com,
Okay.
where you buy stocks in people. So you get a certain amount of what they call them EVEs. It's virtual
Right.
currency. And you have to save your EVEs and invest in good stocks.
Very good.
Yeah, I love it for kids because
Right.
it'd be like teaching them how to trade stocks when they grow up. That
Right.
If they just buy all their friends and their stock doesn't go up, they lose value.
Good lessons. And then you talk about creating a dream board.
Yeah, a prosperity map or dream board. Pictures of things you want to do, have, or become to go into your subconscious mind.
Wonderful. And lastly, let their dream be bigger than yours. I love that.
Yeah.
Anything's possible.
Anything is possible, but if you limit them with your beliefs, they're going to stay there. If you let them be bigger, they can do amazing things.
That's so true. Thanks so much for being with us here today, Randy. And for more information about Randy, you can go to our website, lifeloveshopping.com.
Give the people what they want, free stuff. Here's what you can get gratis. Netflix, your first month is free. Now watch whatever you want, whenever you want, without late fees. eMusic gives you a $20 credit when you get started. Sirius XM Radio, get 7 days free of channels upon channels of music, news, talk radio, comedy, sports, they've got it all. And if you're looking for a date, Match.com, get the first month free. You may find yourself a husband, who knows, or at least a great free meal. How about that? And then there's Proactive. You'll get 60 days of supply for free to zap zits into oblivion, or so they say. Read the fine print. Many free trials require a credit card to set it up, and if you don't cancel it, they'll charge you. Now, I recently sat down with the experts from Let's Talk Biz to talk biz. Strategic partnerships are vital to the success of small businesses. So helping us discover just how vital today are Let's Talk Business Carolyn and Addison. Good morning.
Good morning, Andrea.
So how are strategic partnerships working to bring job hiring solutions to individuals and small businesses in this political climate?
Well, during an election year, small business, nonprofits, and individuals can play a key role in changing the political and economic landscape. Candidates are seeking voting blocks to make sure that they are re-elected or are elected. And so this is a great time for all Americans to advocate for permanent and better change. Our guest this week is the Huffington Post, and they're actually focusing on job solutions at the RNC and DNC with their new strategic partnership, bipartisan partnership. And Let's Talk Biz guests Daniel Coe and Lance Gould are here to share more about it.
Okay, very good. Let's welcome Dan and Lance to Life Love Shopping. Tell us more about the initiative, guys.
Good morning. With 20 million underemployed or unemployed, the jobs crisis is the biggest challenge of our time. And so the Huffington Post is really trying to lead a citizen-led initiative to fix the crisis and to address job creation, job fulfillment, and job training. And so we've led an editorial campaign to really highlight and showcase solutions to the problem.
And on August 29th in Tampa at the RNC, and September 5th in Charlotte at the DNC, we'll be holding a panel moderated by Tom Brokaw with a series of experts to talk about solutions to the jobs crisis, as well as an expo immediately after featuring budding entrepreneurs with innovative ideas to help reduce unemployment in the United States.
All right, Dan, Lance, thank you so much. What is Let's Talk Business Biz Pick of the Week?
Well, this week our business best pick is Square. Square is this great electronic payment device that allows small businesses and nonprofits to process credit cards anywhere using their iPad, their iPhone, or their Android smartphone. There's actually two ways of getting started with Square. You can either use the free app, which allows you to manually input the credit card information for processing, or you can use their nifty swiper, which just lets you swipe the credit card straight through for processing. Square is great because you can use it in a variety of different locations. Food trucks use them, flea markets, farmers markets, for instance, and nonprofits love them as well. For instance, the Romney campaign and the Obama campaign are currently using Square in their fundraising efforts.
For donations.
For donations,
That's
yes.
amazing.
And it also has a couple of great little features. For instance, you can start a tab for your customers, and they can simply pay using their name. And you can also send out electronic receipts.
And you also mentioned inventory too, right?
Inventory, yes. You can even manage your inventory. It's a great tool.
How can our viewers get help after the segment?
Oh, just visit letstalkbiz.biz, and they can register for our free webinars, learn more about the Huffington Post initiative, and our upcoming guest next week is the Chairman of Transportation, Congressman John Mica.
All right, Carolyn, Addison, thank you so much. For more info for your biz or nonprofit, just check out letstalkbiz.biz or head to our website.
We're showing some of the most awkward Olympic photos coming up after the break.
If you want to have some fun on date night or just with your friends, bowl with the bumpers and see who can get the worst score.
So what did you guys get each other?
Yeah, 31. What gift is that? Silver, ivory?
Oh, we got each other the new cable subscription.
Oh, great.
It's a lot of channels.
If your weekend plans include dinner and a movie, it's your turn to be treated to the romantic comedy Hope Springs, starring Meryl Streep and Tommy Lee Jones. Steve Carell plays a couples therapist who tries to help the two reignite their romance after being married for 30 years. Now, if your man isn't up for this one, it's a perfect flick for a girls' night out. And if you can't convince your guy to go see Hope Springs, or you owe him, The Bourne Legacy is totally worth the full ticket price. Jeremy Renner takes over where Jason Bourne left off and carries on the action legacy. Hope Springs is getting great reviews as being one of these romantic yet lovely sentimental movies.
And Meryl Streep, she never makes a bad movie. Always great movies, so funny and relatable at every age, at least from, in your adult years.
Yeah, and it's been a while since I've seen Tommy Lee Jones in something like this, so this is kind of a cool role
Steve
for him.
Carell too.
Yeah, and The Bourne Legacy, amazing.
Is it really?
Oh my gosh,
Okay.
yeah. Jeremy Renner, gorgeous.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Sounds like a good one to go out with your man for sure. And you can also watch the last couple days of the summer games this weekend. And when the athletes bring home the gold, the IRS is ready. They're right there with a bill. The United States Olympic Committee rewards Olympic medalists with honors. A gold medal brings 25 grand, silver gets 15K, and bronze is worth 10,000 bucks. The Weekly Standard News magazine ran the numbers, and the tax bill for a gold medal, 9 grand. Ooh. Silver is around 5,000 bucks and bronze is 3,500. Missy Franklin, an amateur, already owes $14,000 in taxes from her gold and silver medal.
Yikes, well, they'll be wanting their cash. Now, they may win golds, but sometimes elite athletes have awkward moments. Jessica Reyes from our news partner, the DBZ, is here with more on that. Good morning, Jess.
Good morning, and ladies, so we all know that for the past weeks it's been all about Olympic fever. We've seen celebs tweet in support of their favorite sport and even share pics. But speaking of photos, how about we switch it up a bit and check out awkward Olympic photos? Yeah, we start off with this one. Check out John Orozco, Team USA, competing on the parallel bars in the men's individual all-around final. I don't know, but he seems to be in not only an uncomfortable but very awkward position, to say the least. Now we're going to move on to one who looks like she's been superimposed. Here's Jordan Weaver performing her routine on the floor exercise in the women's gymnastics team final. Talk about great timing when it comes to snapping a pic. And oh, we can only hope she made it over. She did. Here's Alexandra Raceman, Team USA, competing on the bars during the women's qualifications. I'm Jessica Reyes, and that's the buzz on some of the most awkward Olympic pics. Did you see the last one?
Cool photos, Jess. Thank you for that.
Very cool.
A few days ago, we asked if pole dancing should be in the Olympics. Now, thanks to our Facebook fan, Samantha Nicole, for sharing this cool photo. It really reinforces the argument that pole dancing is on par with several Olympic sports. Thank you to Samantha for sharing that on our Facebook page.
Great shots. Here at Life Love Shopping, we want to connect with you. When we're not on TV, you can stay in touch by liking our Facebook page, and you can follow us and tweet us on Twitter at Life Love Shop.
Thanks for joining us today. We're here on WeTV every weekday morning.
Smokey, this is not Nam. This is bowling. There are rules.
Hey, Walter, come on. It's just, hey, man, it's Smokey. So his toe slipped over a little, you know? It's just a game, man.
This is a league game. This determines who enters the next round robin. Am I